So, you're here again. I'm here again. It must be 6 o'clock. How is everybody doing today, folks? It is I, your friendly neighborhood Stately, and that means it's time to play some Minecraft. I hope everybody's well. I think today's schedule is going to start off with some building. We're going to continue work on Santa's workshop. And then, assuming we get some people on towards the second half of the stream, we'll go play some toybox or potentially some Twitch versus Minecraft. We'll see how it goes. I'm on 111 right now, and I just realized that my holograms aren't showing up properly on 111. I was testing Elvish, the new 111 server. We're still not ready, but I'm making some progress. So that's good news. I've been running into all kinds of trouble because a lot of the plugins that I use for script have been abandoned and haven't been updated in about a gazillion years. Somebody planted a bunch of these poppies, I think, recently. They look lovely. Who doesn't like poppies, right? Is that? No, that's a tamed one. Swear to God, man. The tamed skeleton horses. Pain in the butt. Anyway, this is your first time here. This is our PvE server. You're welcome to join us on here. The server has been around for about 1.5 years now. It never resets. Mostly vanilla gameplay, but we have some cool custom developed plugins for things like Kit PvP, and we have some other mini games. We have player run shops. We have a currency system based on physical currency. We have boss mobs. We got all the good stuff. So come play Minecraft on play.1mc3.com before it's too late. How you doing? Let's go. Good to see you. I am heading on over to Santa's village. We're gonna keep building there today. The workshop is starting to take shape. That doesn't seem complicated to me. So that's our plan for today. If anybody needs a dog, there's a wild one over here, and my horse has disappeared. Hold on a sec. That generally happens when you dismount. It's not like he's gone. He just decided to not be visible for a while. Switching servers usually helps. Although it is mildly irritating. It's one of those 1.10 bugs. I'm hoping it's fixed in 111. And I'm hoping we'll actually be able to switch to 111 one of these days. I'm working on it. The problem is, if you're inclined to more details, Script has a plugin called skquery, which has some custom commands for displaying inventory items as a GUI, and I use that for things like the cash registers, but also internal tools like the inventory backup and recovery system. And skquery kind of sort of works in 111, but it throws a bunch of errors and it slows the server down real bad. So I need to move away from skquery and start using other tools to get the same effect. And it's taking longer than expected. In previous updates, I've had to make a few minor changes here and there, but it was mostly a question of waiting for all the plugins that I use to update and then just moving on with my life. So I'm sorry it's taking so long. It will happen. I am working on it. This is our arena district. Oh, our arena district is extra mobby today. Moving on. I really need to get this whole Santa's Village thing finished before, you know, Christmas is over. This road needs some work too. It's not really complete. I mean, it's fine. It's navigable, but it's not a particularly pretty or good road. You can see where the village is. It's where we put all the pretty trees. Hey, creeper. Hey, all the skeletons in the world. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Mobs everywhere, man. Alright, I'm going to sleep real quick because I don't really want to work in the dark. Really? Do I have to kill these bad boys first? I guess so. Oh, come on. Anybody else? That guy. Well, he's fine. Far enough that he won't prevent me from sleeping, and now he can just burn. Hey, check it out, Loot Crate. And there's Binky. How you doing, Binky? Because, hey, Santa's Village has polar bears, right? Anything good? Not by the look of it. No heads. A couple of Q-Bucks, though. And hey, who doesn't like Q-Bucks, right? Yes, you too must die. Alright, well, you guys were on yesterday. You've seen what I'm working on. This is going to be Santa's workshop right here. And we're making decent progress. Still got a ways to go. We're going to get started on the roof today, I hope. And this is going to be a little tower, so we still need to raise this up. Plenty to keep us busy. I'm hoping, although I'm not 100% sure, I'm hoping that I have enough. Right. Enough pink stained clay to finish this off. I figured 2 stacks would do it. But we'll see. Plenty more where this came from. We have a decent mesa, and we have clay mines. So the hardened clay is not really an issue. We can get that in very large amounts very easily. What's harder to get is unhardened clay balls for this clay brick. Close, but no cigar. I'm thinking what we might do here. Cool. Welcome to the stream. Let's go. Is add a few more posts. These vertical posts. And it's not really symmetrical the way it's set up right now, obviously. We have this little protrusion, so it might be logical to put the post in the middle here. The spacing is not going to be regular one way or the other because we have these posts here and there not lining up. We'd have to put 2 in. Should we do that? Can we put 2 in? Let's take a look. So, theoretically, right now, these guys are 3 apart and 3. So if we did that over here, we'd have 1, 2, 3, and we'd have a post here. 1, 2, 3, and a post here, and then the corner. And none of these, well, they would line up. So the only thing that wouldn't quite line up is the corner. They'd be a little closer to the corner, but I think we're going to do that anyway because it makes sense, and it means that I don't have to go get more clay. Ah, laziness, my old friend. I'm kind of surprised Binky hasn't wandered off yet. He seems to like it here. I don't have a whole lot of trees going on here. Maybe I should plant some tall ones. First of all, I need to get rid of these bastards before they blow me up. So I'm hoping to have an ETA on the... Oh, check it out. I got a sad chopper here by the look of it, which is one of the quest mob items. Yep. It's used for summoning, if I'm not mistaken, Arcor the Grump. Anyway, I'm hoping to have an ETA on the new 111 server this week. And if everything goes well, we might even be able to launch it this week. We're going to do the same thing we did with Dixie, I think. We're going to run it for 3 months or until the next version comes along. I know a lot of people like to start new servers. And we always get a nice little uptick in players when we launch a new vanilla server, which will be nice. It's been pretty quiet here lately. And I use the vanilla servers when the new versions come out to test the actual Spigot editions before I fold them back into the main server. This server will also update to 111 at some point. Is that enough? That's not enough, is it? 27? It's not that bad. I do need to replant though, because we're still burning through spruce pretty quickly. As you can see, this stuff doesn't seem to be all that interested in growing fast. If you're wondering about the snow effect, that's Optifine. It kind of extrapolates whether there should be snow on the ground under blocks like saplings. Because otherwise, in vanilla Minecraft, you would have just a green block here. The snow wouldn't be continuous. I'm a big fan of Optifine. I've said that before. Look at another loot crate. It's my lucky day. And hey, a candle. Check it out. I got a head out of it. Yeah, awesome. I got a candle. So we'll put that down somewhere. We'll make it part of the build. We'll probably use a bunch of heads for lighting in different places. I've tried to light this place up as unobtrusively as possible, so most of the light sources are underneath the grass here. I mean the leaves. And the reason they're underneath the leaves and so far down is because I don't want them so close to the ground that they melt the snow. But that also makes it difficult to do lighting above ground. It's a bit of a challenge. Normally I wouldn't mind too much about the melting snow, but aesthetics are important here. We are, after all, doing a purely aesthetic build, more or less. It's not like this is functional. It's not like anything I've built lately has been functional. It's all just for the pretty. So, let's see. Too much inventory. Arrow of Slowness is nice, but I don't need. And we'll just put in a post. Like that, and then we have a beam protruding outwards like this. The reason for that is the roof is going to have a nice little overlap. Then we're going to go here and do the exact same thing again. This will break up the boringness of the wall a little bit, if you will. It's still very flat, and I try to avoid flat as much as I can, but I haven't quite wrapped my head around how I am going to fill it in just yet. But the good news is I now have enough white clay to not have to worry about going and getting more. There we go. Of course, the white stained clay is pink because Minecraft. Then again, actual white stained clay would make very little sense. That's just, you know, quartz or bone blocks. And I guess we should put posts here as well. Oh, I missed one. I still have to do one over there, and I'm already out of spruce. So let's go get some more. Let's all go to the spruce trees. Let's all go to the spruce trees. Let's all go to the spruce trees. And I mean tree. The spruce tree. Singular, apparently. Okie-do. That's still not enough, or is it? I think it might be. It's just a temporary farm I have running over there. This guy won't grow. I need to look into the exact growth requirements. I think might be necessary for me to remove a few blocks around it first. I thought that snow on the ground actually prevented trees from growing, but it doesn't. I've experimented with that a little bit, and that's just fine. So that ain't the issue. Did I make myself a new shovel? I did. I'm cleverer than I thought. Yes, and I know cleverer isn't a word. Alright, that's all the spruce again. I'm gonna just go chop down those guys over there. We'll do some wild spruce harvesting, I guess, and then we'll just replant. It'll be fine. Cleverer. 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 It might not be a word, but it is fun to say. And you, yes, you too must die. Actually, replant before I forget that part. Figure the tree grows there once, it's going to grow there again eventually, right? Then again, what do I know? If you're just tuning in, I'm Stately. This is played.1mc3.com. I stream here daily at 6 Pacific. You are welcome to join me either on stream or on the server. That's play.1mc3.com. And if you like what you see, please feel free to follow me on Twitch or subscribe on YouTube. I stream on both simultaneously. Now this is interesting. I hadn't thought that through. What are we going to do with these posts? They're higher here. So maybe we have support beams at this level on the interior. Let's see how that looks. Let me sleep real quick first. I have here, emergency backup bed over here. There we go. As you can see, this is a fake hill here, just to kind of mark off the end of the village. Hello, Mr. Zombie. And I'm on fire. Oh well. Some people just want to see the stately burn. So cross beams, we could put in cross beams like this. That kind of crowds the place up a little bit, doesn't it? Let's raise the cross beams here. I think that'll be okay. I'm telling you, zombies love nothing more than setting me on fire. Yeah, a little evil. Evil light. 50% less evil. Same great taste. Should the tower be taller? We're going to have a big pointy roof, I think. So I don't think it needs to be taller. Alright, so we'll worry about the cross beams later. What we're going to do now is put on the exterior beams, and we're going to have to get started on the roof. Now I have to admit, I haven't decided what material I want to use for the roof. Wood, I suspect. Alright, we got a beam there. We need one more beam here. And then we need the cross beams Oh, not on this side, because these sides are going to be covered by the roof of the wings. So I don't think we need to worry about it. Do the roof first, and if we do end up doing that, I'll consider a decoration and we'll add it afterwards. That means that these don't really need to be here either. Again, I might put them back later if it turns out to be decorative that way. And this one can go too. I'm going to have to get a little more industrial on the gathering of spruce here. No, those ones weren't supposed to go. I got carried away. Those ones stay. And these ones stay. And this tree is in the way, but I want to build the roof around it. I don't want to A, chop it down, or B, pretend to care. So, let's go build a great big giant spruce and then chop it down. It looks cute though, doesn't it? The entire area is coming along pretty nicely. Yeah, these guys haven't grown yet. Now I do have bone meal on me, right? I have some, not a lot, but hopefully it'll be enough. We'll just grab a nice place here by the lava. I didn't realize there was lava here. Right? This should do just fine. Okay. Please be a big and tall one and save me some trouble. Yes, that's exactly what I was going for. All the spruce. Sweet. Yeah, I've noticed I hardly use diamonds anymore because all of my diamond stuff has mending on it. So I've barely been mining lately. I mean, the net result is now that I'm out of lapis and I'm out of coal, so I am going to have to actually go on a mining excursion soon. I usually try to combine that with a build so that I'm not just digging for the sake of digging. So we'll come up with something, some good excuse to go mining. Might not do it on stream either. Stuff like that is potentially even less interesting than watching me chop down a tree. I am a lumberjack and I'm okay. I sleep all night and I work all day. I got a new hard drive today. Not technically a new hard drive. I found a 2.5 inch 1 terabyte hybrid SSD drive at a thrift store for $4 about a week ago, and I've been testing fairly extensively. The thing wasn't even formatted when I got it. I don't think it had ever been used. I think it was just brand new. So I got everything from my boot drive moved over to it using Clonezilla. And after I'd done that, I realized that Clonezilla had also partitioned it at the same size as my old boot drive, which is only like 300 megabytes. So I had to work out how to repartition the entire thing. But the net result, even though it's just a hybrid drive and not a true SSD, booting and launching applications and stuff is a lot faster. It's outright zippy. So that pleases me rather a lot, especially since it's a $4 thrift store find. My next project is to get a wireless bridge set up in the living room so I can actually have a decent Wi-Fi connection there. I still use my PS3 in the living room, mostly to stream video. And not only is it wireless G, it also has a really cruddy antenna. So it can't really keep up decent speed, even though the access point's only like 20 feet away. So the plan is to take DDWRT and use an old consumer router as a dedicated wireless bridge for all of my home theater stuff, and that's all just going to connect directly to the router. Alright, roofing time. So I used dark oak here, and I regret that because it doesn't contrast with the spruce logs, so I'm going to replace that. And then the roof, I think we're going to do kind of a pointy roof, so we're going to do staircase, vertical block, staircase, vertical block. And then we'll have some big arched windows in it, I think. Those are always kind of hard, but I think I can make it work. Let me check out the supply chest real quick. I know we have a decent amount of supplies here. You know what we might also need is a chimney, a fireplace. Maybe that would look good in the corner. Where is the supply chest? Here. This is the official build chest, which Waffles rearranged into a smiley face, because Waffle's gonna waffle. So let me offload some stuff. I do need dirt for scaffolding, actually. And I'll park the candle here for a little while, and I don't know. I feel like I should keep the diamonds in my inventory, but whatever. And all of these poppies, I got a bunch of stacks from the flour machine. Actually, no, they're from the iron grinder, which Etho always calls his iron grinder a poppy grinder. Oh, I never unloaded that. That's from all the food that I made yesterday. Alright, we got plenty, and now we got plenty of inventory space too. So let's take this and turn it into that, and then we'll take about half of it and we'll turn it into steps. And that should be enough to get us started. You watch Etho? His Vanilla Minecraft series is kind of must-see TV for me. I always like to see what he's doing. And I've shamelessly mimicked a couple of his builds before. My giant ice cube is based on a build of his. No regrets. I'm a big fan of his new and improved storage matrix that uses shulker boxes. I mean, that thing is very, very innovative. His old storage matrix was just an incredible build. A gigantic thing that would sort almost any item and allow you to order the item you need from a control panel. And it's a beautiful build, hugely complicated. I would never have the patience for anything like that. But I do admire it when people do. So I'm going to go up a little bit and make sure this looks kind of how I want it to look. And then we'll, assuming it does, go ahead and do the rest as well. This isn't going to be a hugely complicated roof. As you can see, we're just going up and across. And the middle is here, so it's going to be reasonably tall. I'm okay with being reasonably tall, though. I'm thinking the kind of buildings you see in, say, Scandinavian villages where they're built explicitly so that you can get a maximum amount of snow shoveled off the roof. So it just all needs to slide down. And that's why you get these really big, tall builds. Is this the middle? Am I already at the center? Let me double check. We got, including this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of unfortunate because it means there's no correlation between, but that's not a big deal. I mean, I'm kind of a symmetry nut, and sometimes I shouldn't be. So I think the next step is kind of a steeple-like top where we just get 2 stairs together on either side. Like this. Oop, missed. The offshoot of me not being able to update to 1.10 is I haven't really played it much yet. The only server I play on is this one, and I'm kind of responsible for my own updates, of course. So I've played around with it a little bit in single player, and we had a snapshot server when it was still in beta. So I did get to mess around with it. We went out and we found a woodland village and plundered it and burned it to the ground, of course, because that's apparently how it's done. Had good fun with it. I am going to make the world generation very slightly customized on the 111 server. I'm going to increase the density of the woodland mansions, probably by quite a bit, because it's one of those things you can only ever really discover and plunder once, and I want as many people as possible to have the opportunity to do so. Am I doing this wrong? Yeah, I'm doing this wrong. This is vertical block. Goes here, like so. Am I a complete idiot? I'm beginning to think I might be a complete idiot. This is obviously not right. This needs to go on top of that, and this needs to go on top of that, and oh boy. Alright. I'm going to do the profile first, I think, because I totally messed it up. Not the first time, won't be the last. Okay, let's try this again. How the hell did you get up here? Did you take the ladder all the way up? I mean, my little stepping... Yeah, I guess he did. I don't know how else he could have got here. Persistent, you gotta give him that. Okay, let me try this again. We go like this. And then, and only then, do we put in the next row of stairs. So the roof is going to be much taller than originally, than it was just now, but is also going to look much less ridiculous, which is nice because I'm not in favor of ridiculous. Okay, so up and then up 2, and then the next block's going to be vertical again. So like this. And then like this. And let's see if we can get a decent look at the profile. What do you guys think? I guess this will do. If I were to go with a full block followed by a step here, the roof would just be like comically pointy. I'm not really going for comically pointy, just appealingly pointy, so I think we're good here. Let's put the other side up. Roof building with stately. didn't make you watch. Remember that. That's actually probably why there's nobody watching. The sarcasm doesn't work when there are literally no viewers. Okay. Let's get rid of the dirt on this side just so I have a decent reference. Yay! I have a viewer. Thank you, let's go. According to Twitch, I have 2 viewers. I'm popular. Nope, here. And then another one underneath it. What am I looking at? Like that. Then we have a block underneath that. Diamonds! Look at all those diamonds. Very nicely done. Good stuff. 2 stacks and change. Yeah. With that fortune, that'll get you a very nice pile of diamonds. Excellent. Okay, so the problem I'm having now is I'm still an idiot. That's not the middle right there. This is totally not the middle. This is the middle, so I need to do another block. What I think I'm going to do is double check this, because, man, I'm doing everything wrong today. I need to be a little more careful. Wait, oh, that goes there. That's actually correct. Alright, so 1 over, 1 up, 2 over, 1 up. Do try to pay attention. Right, so we should probably just go with a steepled roof here like that. And now it actually does match, so that's what we're working on. And at some point we might actually get there. Oh, that's nice, Minecraft, thank you. That's exactly what I wanted to do. How did you know? Alright, let's try that again. It's always a pain in the butt putting stairs down right from above. I hear a zombie. I don't care. Stately don't care. Stately ain't afraid of no zombies. Especially since I'm up here and he's down there. Isn't that right, Mr. Zombie? We will. Christmas vacation is starting next week for a lot of people and the week after for a lot more. And holidays are always busy around here. I'm sure we'll be able to get some people on for UHC and Twitch versus Minecraft and all the good stuff that we do here. I must be bad at like running and promoting my server though, because it has been far quieter here than it should be. Nobody to blame but myself, I'm sure, but I wish I was a little better at the meta. I don't like the meta much. I just want to play video games. Ow. Aren't you supposed to not be able to accidentally crouch off a block? I think they fixed that in 1.11 too. You can't crouch off a solid block, but it was, and obviously still is in 1.10, possible to crouch off a half slab or non-solid block. Alright, well, I'm going to need a bunch more stairs, obviously. I'm going to need a bunch more of everything, obviously. If you type /vote, it'll show you how many more votes you need to put in to get a key. So on mine it's 240 out of 250. I need 10 more votes for my next key. And that'll keep us going for a little while. We'll do some competitive stuff soon. I like giving away keys for competitions. We'll come up with something that we can play. I can't really get up there. Well, not like that was hard. Another exciting episode of Roof Building with Staley. Maybe I should pitch it more as like a Bob Ross kind of Minecraft stream, where I just talk very, very softly and anthropomorphize the trees. So let's see how this looks. I don't really have a good place to get a clear view, except maybe on top of this little tower here. Thank you for voting. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's pretty good. That looks about like a tower. We're going to have to come up with a way to fill in the sides, obviously. I'm not quite sure how that's going to look, but one challenge at a time. Oh, short. Not that short. Okay, so same thing again. There's something weird going on here. What is that block that I was just on? Oh, tree. Yeah, I'm working around the tree. I already said this before. But the idea is to just kind of keep it more or less naturalistic. You know, a tree could have grown up around a building or near a building and be right up against it. I think that's gonna look just fine. I am gonna get rid of the leaves wherever necessary. I'm not gonna have leaves intruding, so to speak, on the actual build. You can generally get a key every 3 days by voting, just 5 votes a day. And then the next level is another step. Correct. Where'd my dirt go? Where my dirt? Where dirt? Where? There it is. My only problem with this, and I was actually considering not using steps at all because of it, is that it would be really nice if the roof was covered with snow. Snow doesn't settle on steps, obviously, so that's not going to happen here. But that's not the end of the world. I just thought it would look neat to have snow-covered roofs. I could simulate them, obviously, but there's not enough quartz in the world. Quartz is one of those materials that's fairly hard to come by on this server, or any vanilla server for that matter. Alright, am I doing this right? Let's check. Yes. Yes. Yes! Temporarily not screwing up. Anytime I don't screw up, I just assume it's temporary. We can always return to screwed up status at any time. Because failure, as Adam Savage is so fond of saying, is always an option. Okay, and that gets us to the halfway point. We go down from here. Again, I'm trying to cut down as little of the tree as possible, but I'm not gonna be completely neurotic about it. Alright, and then this side. I'm a big fan of Adam Savage. I've actually seen him live on 3 different occasions, I think, at Maker's Fair in San Mateo. And he's a really good speaker. You're evil? Why are you evil? I mean, are you just regular low-grade evil or evil genius level evil? Really? Can't even kill a creeper before he blows up in my face. Because I'm smart. S-M-R-T smart. I'm hoping this is going to be enough for the rest of that wing. And then there's the central part, which is going to need something a little different. I'm not 100% sure what yet. I am going to have to step away from the computer for just a moment, though, to heed the call of nature, because, hey, gotta do what you gotta do. I should be safe up here, right? Hidden in this tree. If not, well, then we'll find out soon enough. I'll be right back, guys. And I'm back. Wash my hands and everything. Very exciting. Okay. Back to the business at hand. This is what you never see in the Let's Plays, the constant repetition of all the boring stuff you have to do off camera. I thought about doing Let's Plays. It might be fun, but I don't really have much in the way of editing skills, or time for that matter. So for me it just makes a lot more sense to stream than to record in advance. And it's getting, balls. Always with the weird corners. We're still going to have to do the interior of the roof as well after this is done. Whee! Oh, I do love me some feather falling 4. It's snowing. It's a Christmas miracle. Well, it's a 2 weeks before Christmas miracle anyway. That's about right. I might extend this out by 1 block at the back, but let's be honest, the back of the building is not what people come for. Hey, I managed to kill one before he blew up in my face. Go stately. It must be my birthday or something. I might have to manually replace some of this snow. I don't think it grows back under trees. Might also play around with snow slabs to get differing elevation levels to see if that looks nice. I think it might. Okay, and next one is steps again. There's no TP on this server, man. Where are you? I can come visit. If you got something worth checking out on stream, I'll be happy to come visit. Where you at? What the hell is going on here? I just kept going here. The roof ends right here, and I just decided that a couple more blocks along the line would be better. I am such an idiot today. Le doofus supreme. That's French for the big doofus. In Lochmaranie. Oh, you got a great big tower of diamond ore. That's always fun. Suppose we can take a quick break and come visit Lochmaranie real quick. Let me just finish this umpteenth fix off. So I did kind of mess up that tree for nothing, didn't I? It's all right. We can replace whatever went awry. Yeah, this is the only tree that's actually in the way. This one I just kind of chopped at for nothing. I don't have leaves on me, do I? No, but I do still have a bunch, so it's no big deal. All right, let's ride on over to Lochmaranie real quick and see what Let's Go is up to. And that'll be a good excuse to show off some of the bits of the server that you haven't seen much. Let me just plant a couple of big trees here in the meantime in the hope that they'll have grown up by the time I get back. I mean, the chunk's gonna unload, so not too likely, but I don't know for sure whether or not having grass blocks at the base is a problem. Like I said, I'm reasonably certain that the snow isn't. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to find some bone meal on the way back to help those guys grow a little. I gotta repair my sword too. I was saving up levels, but I managed to die yesterday, so now I'm down back to a whopping 11 levels. Yeah, I didn't really need to open the door for that, did I? This is not a fast horse. But I guess it's still faster than walking. I need a better horse. I need to start breeding horses for speed is what I need to do. I'm just going to go over to the train station and then from there we'll take the train. That'll be easier. You dead, bro. Why you so dead, bro? I've asked a couple of people before if they were interested in building a little stable by the main station. There still isn't one, but this one's close. Station's right over there. On the right, that's Nicky Boy's big old motel. This is the head shop. This is where you can buy all of your custom heads. Most of these heads will also drop off loot crates, but if you need specific ones, you can just spend Q-bucks on them. Some of them have functions. This one, for example, adds a marker to the DIN map. This one is a kind of a chest that automatically swaps out your inventory with whatever's in it. And there are others, but we'll go into those in more detail another time, maybe. And Nicky Boy has started on our downtown Christmas tree. We're going to have one over at Santa's Village, of course, but this is where our Christmas tree was last year. And we had a little Meet Santa thing going on here. Figured we'd go a little bit bigger this year. Alright, Metro North. That's us. This is our main station. It's a CARTS design. If you want to look up how it's built, CARTS station. Something I learned on nerd.nu. They build these every rev all over the place. Not these stops. These are terrible. I wish I could come up with something better, but I haven't yet. So it goes. Ah, no. Hello? Spacebar no worky. Alright, well, I'm not solving the problem here. I'm just moving it somewhere else, but let's just go. Worry about that later. This is a build that Flake and I did. It's not the longest tunnel on the server, so we figured we could put a little more time in detailing it, making it look pretty. In retrospect, I wish we hadn't used dark oak logs, because the dark oak color doesn't really go well with anything, really. The planks are fine, don't get me wrong, but the logs, they have this weird kind of greenish tint. I don't like them much. And on your left is Stately Land. That's our theme park in progress. Very much in progress, as you can see. Okay, are we not moving? We're moving again. Yay. Floating treetops. Floating treetops make Stately sad. I think this is the downtown station. Lochmaranie is little independent town. Not that little anymore, actually. It's pretty big. Galaxy Puppy originally founded it, and people come out here and build all the time. It's pretty cool. Bit of a different design. We have several different cities on the server. Sponton, Lochmaranie, Erberg. There's Westfield. And then a lot of people have their own little private bases. Let's see. Is this you over here? Yeah. The big old pile of bling gives it away. What's this, by the way? Loch Moraine pumpkin patch. Got that right. Floating treetops. Is that your bling collection? You turned it into an artwork. Very nice. I'm impressed. Oh, you got sunglasses now, too. Did you have sunglasses before? Did you get a new skin? How long did it take you to dig all of this up, man? Must have been a lot of mining. Do you have Fortune 3? You have Fortune 3? Okay. Yeah, well, so how much is this total? This is 1, 2, 3, it's 9 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. About 2 stacks, yeah, 2 stacks and change. So that should be between 5 and 6 stacks of diamonds you're going to end up with. Awesome. Very cool. You should maybe just get pearls. It'll be better with pearls, trust me. He's going, and he made it to the top. So I'm saying exactly 5.5 stacks. Yeah, the lapis is going to be epic. I don't know why I'm standing here watching this, but why the hell not, right? Not like there are 12,000 people on stream wondering what on earth I'm doing. I think it might just be, Let's Go on me, frankly. Two stacks, so you're going to end up around 4 maybe. Yeah, you don't get 3 per, you get 2 per, so 2 stacks would net you on average about 4. I said 5.5, that's way too much. Probably end up with a little over or a little under 4 stacks. Say 4 stacks and 8. Cool. What's the net haul? How many did you get? I can't pick all of those up. Well, actually I can. I cleared out some inventory. Let's see. 4 stacks and 20. Very nice. Well done. It ain't ever gonna stop raining, is it? Another floating treetop. Please, please, please don't be that guy and leave floating treetops around. This guy considers himself the defender of the floating treetops or something. I don't know. Zombie motivation is hard to understand. It's not decaying, so it seems like there has to be another wood block in here somewhere, but I don't see it. Let's head on up and see what we can find. I guess it is decaying now. Alright, fine, be that way. Make me dig for nothing. Cool. Well, I'm going to head back to my build, but nice job on the diamonds. Dem's lots of diamonds. Everywhere you look, there are floating treetops here. This just... I don't even know where to begin. I don't even know where to begin. Alright, take it easy, man. Some nice builds here. Some of them are kind of modest, but even the modest ones are pretty nice. Definitely nothing to be ashamed of. Is there a station here? I think there's a station here. I don't come out here very often, so I'm not exactly sure what's where. East Road. I'm on the wrong road, I think. Yeah, this doesn't go anywhere. I got discombobulated. I'll head towards the beacon. That should get me there. Because people do still put beacons in the center of town, right? I hope. Yeah, it's this way. Might come out and build something here one of these days. I think I told Galaxy Shrimp I would. Galaxy Puppy now, I think he changed his name. Anyway. Haven't seen him in a couple of weeks. He'll be back. They always come back. Alright, onwards. It's our new player town over to the left. We have plots set out there. If you want to join us, you don't know where to begin, head on over to the new player town, claim a plot. And it's a good place to get started. We got some farms there. We got some other facilities. There should be an anvil and an enchanting table and stuff. And there's plenty of room out here to expand. Ooh, a skeleton got me. I am unharmed. No cause for alarm. Everything's fine. This is our Underberg station coming up. This is our underground build area. If you want to live in a hole in the ground, got you covered. Directly under spawn too. Still plenty of space to build, although we already have some people built bases down there. And this is our spawn station. If you decide to come and join us, you'll spawn over there. We have our armory over here, public farms down this road. There's even a small public tree farm over there. Anything we can do to make your life a little bit easier. There are no kits or anything like that. There's also no teleporting on the server. We try to keep gameplay mostly vanilla, which is why we have all this infrastructure. Okay, well, at least it's off the rail. I didn't pick it up, but let's be honest. 5 iron. You need to get a diamond F3. You have an iron farm? You built your own? You're welcome to use the public one. It's on the west edge of the ice plain. The road past Santa's village. If you just follow it all the way to the end, you'll find our iron grinder. We got 5 operational cells. It nets about 2 stacks of iron an hour. Just sitting there, plus taxes. But 3/4 of the 3/4 of the iron go into the public chest. 1/4 goes into the tax chest, and that we use to build roads, well, railroads mostly, and other public builds. Or occasionally I just hand it out because there's a lot in there, and I don't use that much. We do still have some railroad builds I want to do. Yeah, the iron farm is public. There's a big public chest and a smaller private chest. Hey Wafts, how you doing, man? Come on, horsey. Should give it steroids or something, make it go faster. Oh, there's an interesting thought. Maybe I could have drops in the loot crates that you can use on a horse that would permanently improve their stats. Pretty sure that would be easy enough to set up. And it might add a little interest to the game. Hold on a sec, I need to reload Twitch on my monitor. I mean my laptop, I use it to monitor Twitch. But it's crappy, and for some reason Twitch freezes up every 5 minutes. I know it's not a universal problem with Twitch, it's mostly my laptop. Alright, a bunch of these guys have grown, and I need more, so let's chop. Gang Beasts. What's Gang Beast? Really? Best game ever? Because I've played some pretty good games. I don't know what my best game ever would be off the top of my head. And the game I put the most time in is definitely Minecraft. Just file a protection ticket. Waffles or I'll come out and do the actual protection for you. You on stream offs? Cool. Always nice to know whether I need to type a response or if I can just say it out loud in stream. Alright. And what's the sapling situation look like? I have enough. Not today, but we could do UHC tomorrow. We're already a little late on the stream, and since it's so quiet, I might not go the full 2 hours. Is it free to play, Wafts? Is it something we can try out? I do enjoy the UHCs. Last couple of times we've done a UHC, everybody like quit within 15 minutes. I don't know what the deal is with that. It's always a little disappointing when that happens. Anyway, let's get back to work. I have a bunch more spruce to work with. 22 bucks. That's not that bad. I mean, it's not a full price title at least. Oh, I see. That's one way of doing it. Maybe we'll do a free-to-play Friday again this week. See what we can come up with. Okay, where was I? Ah! I was up there. Now I'm not. I fell on my keys. Alright, let's put the dirt here. And this goes here, and I don't need this right this second. We never did we? We did finally play it for a little bit, but we never actually did it on stream. Should totally do that. Is it? Why is that? I messed up, didn't I? Nope. No, I didn't. That's a relief. I didn't mess up for once. Oh, they're just having balance issues. So many games end up with balance issues. I guess it's hard not to. Okay, and then for this, we're going to do a similar roof. And I guess it has to protrude in the same way, right? So we'll... balls. What's up, man? How are you? Santa wafts, ladies and gentlemen. Have you made binky wafts? Ah, my big trees have grown. Excellent. And I'm betting there's a couple of saplings here for me to collect. Yes, yes. That one just despawned in front of my nose. Yeah, that's Binky. Binky the polar bear. He's awesome. He's my friend. We need to... Well, I don't know if we need to. Maybe we should find a way to pen him in. I don't want him to be like in a cage or anything, but if we can set up a way to keep him from wandering off, maybe we should. I name tagged them because they're not that common, and I thought it would be nice to have a polar bear in the village. Cute as a button. Just build something and then file a ticket for protection, /ticket protection. You can do /help to get a list of the various commands that you can use. And then one of the mods, myself or Waffles, will come on over and protect the hell out of it. Like that. Just like that. Okay, so the central part. This goes here, and this goes here. And then we need to do the same around back. That'd be here, and here, and there. And here. Okay. The roof building continues. Let it not be said that I skimp on roofs. So I'm not 100% clear on how these roofs are going to connect to each other, but I think what I need to do is... Alright, Wafts. Thanks for swinging by. We'll see you when we see you. What I think I need to do is put down the basic roof here, and then we'll work out how to do the connection between this and the... Yeah, Waff's just protected it for you. You're good. Roger that. Take it easy, man. Is it family game night? Okay. It's all good. Oh, come on. How hard is this? It's a rhetorical question. Don't answer it. Such a pain in the butt. It would be much easier if I just put in all of the dirt scaffolding, but I ain't gonna. Staley don't roll that way. And then out here, the little front bit won't be too hard. And my plan is to, I think, use the same profile. We'll go step, solid block, step, step. Just like here. So the next row up will be solid blocks. That's a lot easier to do and faster. We just need to go like this. And not going to have nearly enough steps. I'm going to pop down a workbench up here so I don't have to keep going up and down. Just we can just put it over here for now. Excellent. So then here we go with solid blocks, I guess. Just gonna skip this for now. I'm gonna worry about how to fill in the interior exactly later. We'll probably put in some cross beams and stuff and call it a day. There might be a loft, but effectively the entire interior is going to be a single floor. One of the wings is going to be the actual workshop, I think. We're going to have little tables with loot crates on them and stuff. And then on the other side, I want to see if I can set up some kind of factory with redstone. Not a functional factory, but something that looks like gifts are being created and moved through it. So something with hoppers and I don't really know. I'm going to have to think that through. But I'll come up with something. I always do. Not necessarily something good, but something. All right. And another one of these. Okay, so let's see. This will be that, right? And then this goes like this. All right, this will work out just fine. I wish I could do the plug DJ on the stream, but yeah, you know, you get muted when you play music. At least on the VODs. Just kind of blah, but hey, nobody said the RIAA actually wants to promote their music. They just want money for it. Not even the artist, just the RIAA. The artists almost never make any money off their own music. The recording industry takes it all. Okay, and over here. It's coming along pretty nicely. I think we'll get this finished by the end of the stream today, at least the basic structure. And this goes here, and that is the next level. Now, we're going to go straight up. And I'm not 100% convinced that I'm not going to come back and put some more details in the roof. Maybe use a couple of different materials. to add some variety, but right now I just want to get the structure in place. That's about right. Same thing over here. Oh, same thing over here, as I was saying. And then we'll go to solid block here. And you are not supposed to be a step, I guess. There we go. Integrating roof lines. It's dreadfully exciting stuff. Maybe I should be a little less disparaging of my own stream. Okay. What do you think? Should we have a little cupola on top or something? Bearing in mind that there's no real way of getting there. I mean, it might look good, but... Well, let's see. Let's just keep going for now. Okay. Next batch. And still have a decent supply, and there's still an entire extra large spruce that I haven't cut down yet. What? Spruce wood planks and spruce wood planks. Oh, derp. I'm just being derpy. Alright. The next level is in again, so another level of stairs. Tell you what we'll do. Tomorrow, during the stream on Twitch, I will give away a couple of keys. We'll come up with some trivia questions or something. Alright, take it easy, man. See you next time. And one more level straight up. Straight up now, tell me, do you really want to love me forever? Oh, 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 am I caught in a hit and run? Straight up now, tell me, it's gonna be you and me together? Or are you just having fun? Alright, so here's what we can do. Let's add a little bit of interest to the top of this thing. Ah, crud, I took all of the spruce already. Let's chop down another huge spruce tree, and then we'll add a little bit of interest to the top of the thing. I'm gonna sleep real quick, too. That way I don't have to worry about the mobs. I made this little ice cove. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do with it yet, but I think it looks neat. Yay, daytime. I didn't replant this one either. I am a bad boy. I'm a bad stately. I think that poor zombie. Aren't they supposed to look for cover before going after players now if they're on fire? Maybe you just couldn't find cover. The secondary command routine kicked in and it was like, kill Stately. Must kill Stately. One thing I think we're going to need in there that I haven't really done yet is a fireplace. I think there needs to be a nice big hearth. And I'm thinking we'll use clay brick for that because we already have that kind of for the foundation stones. So we'll work something out for that. The interior isn't as big as I thought it would be. And I tend to do that a lot. I kind of overestimate how big an interior is going to look once the walls are up. And I know that I do it, but somehow I still manage to do it. Whoa, that was the wrong button. I use this MMO mouse for Minecraft. It has like 12 thumb buttons. It's a Logitech. It's a really nice mouse, and I like it quite a bit, but I do tend to hit the wrong button occasionally. Alright. And replant. Otherwise I might have to file a ticket against myself for grief. There we go. Oh no, there's an Enderman. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. Don't look at him. I looked at him. I don't think he noticed, actually. Trolling Enderman is no fun if they don't notice. Yeah, this will work. It's, like I said, it's a little bit bland, but we're going to add some details to the roof at some point. How do I get up there now? Another fine question. Also, I'm going to have to do the interior. Might not even need these sides here. Might as well just be open, right? So we'll probably tear those down, tear the interior bits down. So it's just one big open space. That's kind of always been the goal. Oh, he's up there now. Or maybe he isn't. Maybe it's another one. Anyway, I ain't afraid of no Enderman. Maybe I should be, but I'm not. So what if we take the corners here and use logs for those? One of those trees is like a stack and a half of logs. I'm being careful to use dirt for scaffolding because if you don't, it's kind of hard to see from the inside what's scaffolding and what's actually part of the build. And this way you just delete all the dirt and you're done. And then up here I want to do the same thing. Only we're going to make it a little bit taller. We're going to have kind of sort of a cupola. Really? Seriously? Like phantom block syndrome. These things happen. Alright. So let's do 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 3, and then we'll... Well, how shall we do this? This is kind of boring, so let's make it less boring. Right? That's kind of neat. I'm also going to want some banners in here. I don't know of any Christmassy banners, but I'm sure we can come up with good stuff. It doesn't even have to be complex. It could just be like red and green banners or something. Alright, and then at the top, let's do this. And then on top of that, we'll continue the roof. So we'll go here. Oh, I forgot a side. And this is going to be pointy again, so we're going to have a vertical block. And this is going to be 2 by 2 at the top, which should work out just fine. So then we go with these guys. Okay, fine. Be that way. See if I care. And that leaves us with the last little bit here, which means I need 4 more stairs. Feather falling, man. Occasionally I forget I don't have it if I'm on a different server or something, and I inevitably manage to kill myself. I might not be the smartest person in the world. And up we go again. And up we go again, said Stately, inaccurately. All right. And there we go. We officially have a roof. Let's step back a bit and see what we have wrought. Oh, that's adorable. There's one small problem here. I need to put a layer of steps there. Did I do that right? Or did I mess that up? No, that's actually the way it's supposed to be. I'm just not sure it looks good. Which is, you know, also a concern. Okay. And I want a few slabs or something here. Actually, maybe that's fine. Maybe we don't need to like half slab it all the way around. Maybe we'll just have little support beams here and there. How's that look? That actually looks kind of clunky. I think it looks better without. What about a fence? We could try a fence post. Anyway, that's our Santa's workshop. The exterior is pretty much in place, and I'm not unhappy with it. The roof is a little boring. I'm not sure that I'm terribly happy with that. Also, you can't, the top here looks a little blocky when you get up close because you can't really see the peak. You have to get pretty far back before you can see that the peak continues on, so that might not have been my best idea ever. But I think this is pretty serviceable. And the interior, it looks so small. It just feels kind of cramped. I mean, plenty of vertical space, obviously, so maybe we'll put in a loft or something to try to bring out some more space. And then I'm thinking we'll have the hearth in one of the wings here, maybe up against the back wall here, so we can have a great big chimney coming out the top. And then we'll have a factory or a workshop or something here. And then Santa's going to have a little platform here where he can sit, and we'll have if not an actual tree, definitely some leaves, some laurels or something. Banners, it'll be awesome. So tomorrow we move on to the detailing. do the rest of the stuff. But that's going to do it for today. Been very quiet on stream, and I apologize for those of you who did stick with me for the lack of, interaction. But thank you for tuning in. I will be back tomorrow, same time, same channel. That's 6 Pacific. So join me then. Take it easy, guys.